Good afternoon. Welcome to the January 7th meeting of the Glendale Housing Authority. And the late Mr. Yusufian is here, so we'll let him continue.
Wow.
I'm still alive, folks. Don't have any hopes. Maybe have a roll call for the agency for the new year, please.
Authority members Raymond.
Here.
Mincy.
Here.
Najarian.
Here.
Brazian.
Here.
Quintero. Weaver.
Here.
Chairman Yusufian.
Here, may we have your report, please?
Agenda for the January 7th, 2009 special meeting of the Glendale Housing Authority was posted on Wednesday, December 31st, 2008 on the bulletin board outside City Hall.
Thank you. Is there minutes?
So moved.
Second.
The minutes will be approved as submitted. What's next, please?
This is oral communication. Discussion is limited to items not part of this agenda. Each speaker is allowed 5 minutes. Members of the Housing Authority may question or respond to a speaker, but there will be no debate or decision, and the matter may be referred to staff through the Executive Director for an investigation and report.
Thank you, Mr. City Clerk. Herbert Milano? Happy New Year's to you, Mr. Milano.
Councilman Yusufian, Happy New Year to you and to the rest of the City Council and city staff. My name is Herbert Milano. I thank you for the privilege of starting off the year on the right foot. I've come regularly to these meetings to encourage the city and wish you success this coming year, especially success on the preparation of the quality of life indicators. I won't make any pronouncements today as to where the project stands, although I have significant concerns with regard to the participation and the potential success. It is my hope that Mayor Draymond will have an opportunity to use those figures during your State of the City address. I think it will be a change for everyone to see that not all the actions of the City Council and your objectives are solely for development, that there is a whole other side to governing that is the concern with the social state of the city. As I was listening on the radio today, I heard that President-elect Barack Obama has selected an individual that he a position of a performance czar. And my ears just picked that up automatically for some reason. Because it is my contention that really is about measuring performance in government, that we are able to assess how well we're doing. And I have been going over the city's budget, which reflects your intention, for the fiscal year. And I looked at the capital improvement program, which demonstrates your intentions for the next 10 years. But at the end of this whole process is the quality of life measures that tells us whether all of these things are really functioning the way you intended. So whenever I go by my building and walk down California and see that the curbs are crumbling, and I've been mentioning this year after year, I always ask myself, well, isn't this part of the quality of life? When my tenants' children have no place where they can walk to a park to play basketball, I ask myself if that's not a measure of the quality of life. And now that we see so many families in dire need of assistance, when I see my tenants paying their rents late, I ask myself, well, is their quality of life not changing? And so when I take a look at what other cities do, for example, the city of Irvine, close to $2 million of the general fund goes towards assisting, families. In other words, they don't depend just on HUD and the CDBG funds that are getting smaller and smaller every year. That these cities manage somehow with a smaller general fund to provide, a safety net to some of these people who are coming into hard times. And again, that is a quality of life. When a tenant comes and interrupts me and says, Mr. Herbert, how come my electric bill is so high? And I know that we're probably one of the highest utility rates that we have here in Southern California. That affects the quality of life. And these are the issues that I bring to you because they're relevant. If you're wealthy, if you got a lot of properties, maybe they're not so relevant, but I know they're relevant to you, Mr. Bremen. I know they're relevant to you, Mr. Yusefian. And that is all I've been trying to promote all these years, that we get a yearly report card on really how our quality of life is going. Is it getting better or is it getting worse? And I can tell you that for most of the people that I know in this area, it is getting worse. It's not really getting any better. And it is my hope that these quality of life measures really give us a good feel as to what policies we need to change. When I look at many of the roads, on Central and around this area that are really deteriorating, and then I look at the financial reports, and we did half a mile of reconstruction in the last fiscal year. The quality of life is not improving. And so it is when you do the comparisons between the salary increases, the benefit increases, the pension increases, and then a reduction in the maintenance of infrastructure, I have concerns. And it is my hope that with the coming election and in this coming year, that we change at least the approach that we take towards evaluating how we're really doing. Thank you.
I just wanted to comment. A lot of times, especially to the public, if you don't tell the city that something needs to be done, they don't know about it. For instance, I saw a tree that had come down over the sidewalk, and it was hard to walk. You had to scoot underneath it. I called. The next day it was trimmed, and they thanked me for letting them know. Same thing on a pothole that I saw. But if the public would just nicely tell the departments that something needs to be fixed, you'd be surprised how they'll fix it. But if you don't say anything, you just complain about it, how are they going to know? And I realize Mr. Milano was talking about the overall picture, but I'm just mentioning the public. If you see something that needs fixing, call in a nice way, and they'll take care of it.
Thank you. That was the last of the oral communication. What's next, please?
Is there any authority member or staff comments?
Any comments? Hearing none,
Move we adjourn.
Second.
we are adjourned.